Hey there, boys and girls of YouTube world. Guess what's back? The Y-block. These things will drive you to drink. So, after all the comments on the last video, I thought, I can't give up on this thing. It's been sitting around my shop for a couple months here, tripping over it. So I decided to rip back into it. And I recorded all that, but I'm just throwing it all away because I'm just going to cut to the chase. I'm an idiot. Yep, that's right. Heard it here first. Idiot. This guy. Idiot sandwich. I tried everything. Guy said check the timing chain. It's loose, but it's pretty much where it needs to be. Not a lot of play in the distributor. I put new spark plugs in. I put a new cap. I put a new rotor. I tried different coils. We burned up our starter solenoid trying so hard. I checked firing order. We had that right. I made sure that that was the right firing order on the camshaft. So we checked all the rockers, open and closing. And the whole time, I wasn't getting any fuel to the several cylinders. Turns out, the intake doesn't have anything to do with it. I pulled the intake off, checked inside it. No mouse nest, wasn't the carburetor. You can see I've got a 54 or 55 intake with a 3-bolt Holley early Ford style carburetor on it. That didn't fix it. We tried giving it ether. We tried doing literally everything. And all I was doing that whole time was cranking it over, putting my thumb over the cylinder. It's like, yeah, blows my thumb off. Should be pretty good. So yeah, believe it or not, Mortske owns a Snapone. It's French, Italian, I don't know. One of these gauges tells you how many PSIs of compression isn't in there is right. So I had like 25 PSI on these two cylinders. We had 75 on the one that was full of grease, probably because of the grease that's still in there. We had 50 on the back cylinder on this side, which is number 4. I'm figuring this Ford stuff out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 and 6 had 50 PSI, 7 had 75. Number 8, that's the real killer right there. 100 PSI. And I think you gotta have like, I don't know, 80 PSI to run, something like that. You should have it on several cylinders. And I mean, I've seen some engines with a dead cylinder run just fine, but apparently you can't have 2 with 25 and then like 3 with 50 and 2 with 75 and 1 with 100. It doesn't run. So I guess what I found was there's just not enough suction to pull fuel into those cylinders is the issue. So compression wasn't the issue, I guess, really. It was more like suction. I had the intake off and I had my hand over the heads and it would kind of suck on the palm of my hand, but it wasn't enough to pull fuel in there. Yeah, who'd have thought? Rings are bad. Weird on a stuck engine we pulled out of the weeds. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on where the Y-block's at before it goes in the dumpster. I guess this would be a core if you wanted to rebuild it, but really have no desire to rebuild a 292. Hopefully I can just find a different one, throw in the 53 Ford. That's why I bought this. This video just happened to air before the 53 video. If you haven't seen the 53 F100 video, check it out. Another epic disappointment, but I was a 6-cylinder Ford at that time, and I broke the back of the crank off. Yeah. So, stick around. Maybe we'll speed through tearing this thing apart, see what we see in the cylinders. Before we do that, we got a giveaway. We just rolled 25,000 subscribers. That's right. Mortske and Duff. We got 25,000 people that think they want to watch our garbage content. Oh man, you guys really tore me apart in that video. In the first flathead video I didn't get run. People just hate it when you learn. They call them failures, but I call them learning experiences. Whatever. But anyway, back to the giveaway. 25,000 subscribers, appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Been doing this for 11 months. It's been fun. I appreciate every single one of you, every video that you've watched, every like you've given. Comments, I read them all. Every single one to this point. If you see a heart next to it, from this space, that means I read it. I used to follow up with every single one saying at least, hey, thanks for watching. Now I follow up with pretty much, I would say 60% of them, 70% of them I put a comment. Some of them I just give her the old heart down at the bottom or a like. Because there's just so many of them. Like some of these videos got 2,000 comments. You know, a lot of videos will get 300-400 comments in the first day. But I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys commenting, liking. Tell me what you think on this stuff. Give me some feedback. You guys give me a ton of great feedback on these things, talking about how it's had breathers on it, had a ton of blow-by, and how the great stories you guys had riding around on these things. Like, I enjoy hearing that stuff. You guys got some pretty funny stuff. You guys got some pretty negative comments on there, but hey, I can take it. Duff can take it. I mean, if he sees you, he's probably going to tear your leg off because he's going to know that you're that guy that said, you're a hack, you're a millennial, whatever. We appreciate it. And just for that, go through my videos, run them through your brain, and if you can tell me down below in the comments how many hours were on that generator in one of my videos. If you watched all my videos, it should be pretty easy to figure out. If not, kind of snoop through my videos, see which one would have had a generator in it. And comment down below how many hours were on the generator in that video. I'm not going to tell you which video. You got to think about it a little bit. We'll leave the comments open for a few days, and then we'll cap them off, and we'll throw everybody's name in a hat that guessed how many hours were on that generator, and then we'll send you out a nice little Mortske grab pack. We'll make an announcement in the next video. You got to follow up on it because I have no idea how to get a hold of you through here. If you need to get a hold of me for anything, down below is my email address, and my Instagram's down there, or just comment down below. Like I said, I read them all, follow up with them if you got a question. And also right over here, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, click that. Much appreciated. So, again, thanks everybody for commenting, liking, subscribing. 25,000 of you. That's freaking amazing. You guys want to see a dummy like me drink sandwiches, pet my dog. I have pretty much figured out that you guys are all here to see Duff. Also, if you need shirts, or I've been selling Mortske decal grab packs. Get a hold of me, mortskerepair@gmail.com. $10, we'll mail you out. I think we'll give you 4 stickers. We got the small yellow pickup, a couple of those, the big yellow pickup, and then the big blue Ford coupe with the big nasty engine sticking through the hood. And we're still working on decals that got Duff in them. We haven't got that far yet. All right, let's rip into this thing, huh? See what we got. Scrap iron. Y-block things. Why are you taking up room in my shop floor?
Why? 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 Why?
Well, that took all like 15 minutes to tear it apart. I've never really torn into one of these, but these things have like the smallest lifters known to man. I would say they're like 7/16 or an inch in diameter, whereas like a small block Chevy's like 1.25 inches. These things are just little baby lifters. And then these two are the really dead cylinders. This cylinder is super rusty, so this must have been the one that was pretty stuck. I think we'll turn it over and this one might be not so good. There's a huge ridge at the top of the cylinders. I'm assuming that had something to do with the blow-by. Judging by the blow-by that those breathers were on the valve covers, it probably had a ton of blow-by, and that was probably due to the rings were shot before I ever even got this thing, before it ever even got locked up. So it's basically a core. I thought about, hey, maybe tear it apart. If cylinder walls look good, we could put rings in it, but this one's super rusty. This one is pretty pitted up. This one's got a whole bunch of buildup on it from burning oil. Like I said, there's a huge ring ridge on there. The pistons, I don't see STDs on them, so I don't know if it's been bored over or not. I'm guessing it's standard bore. So if a guy wanted to build one or needed to build one, probably be an alright core, I guess. But I think we're just going to steal the starter off it for another project that you might have already seen or might be seeing coming up. So yeah, what do you guys think we should do with this thing? Just kidding, it's going in the frickin' scrap. We're going to probably save the rocker shafts and the push rods for the next time I bend them in a stupid Ford video. And I'm stupid, so I'll probably save the stupid heads and the generator for some other project, and the distributor because they don't take up any room, and the carburetor, and the rest is see if I can't get a case of sandwiches out of it on the Facebook Marketplace. Here's an up close and personal look at our Y-block. You can see there's a couple of nicks in the piston, but not like a valve kissed it or anything. And you can see just how rusty it was in that cylinder, right? Rusty, huh, Duff? So rusty. So rusty. These ones don't look too bad, but there's a fair amount of ridge up top there. Oh, hey, look, Victor gaskets. This side, kind of the same deal. That one must have been the one that had an intake valve open, got pretty rusty. These don't look too bad, but that ring ridge in there, just not worth sticking rings in it. And then little tiny lifters. Snag the bell housing off of it and flywheel in case we need it for a future project. I already put the starter into use on another project. Yeah, the gift that keeps on giving. When I see there's some parts selling on eBay, distributors and rocker shafts, oil pans, so we might send some parts down the road, see if we can't get some sandwich money out of it, huh, Duff? Should we keep tearing it apart? Pull the oil pan? See if we can salvage the rods? That'll be fun. Get this Y-block flipped over. Yeah, that's right. I do own an engine stand. Ask me how it tried tearing my finger off about 12 years ago. Anywho, here's the inside of a Y-block, looks like. I forget what they call these type of main caps. Ford likes to do it where they sit flush or below the oil pan. Looks like the timing cover water pump housing is all one big cast piece, so you got to pull all that off to change the timing chain. You can see it's not too loose, but it's not too tight. And yeah, our compression was the issue, not that, but it's not good. I did notice that this freeze plug was about ready to come out, so I'm guessing it had water in it at one time. 2-bolt mains. I didn't see any marking on the caps saying that it's ever been rebuilt, so I'm guessing it is a standard bore. The oil pump is external, mounts over here, and then it's got a line that goes into the oil pan with a pickup tube. That's weird. Never seen that before. Usually the oil pump's inside the engine, which I guess if you catch it in time, you gotta fix it. This is handy. You don't have to wrap the oil pan. She's a little sludgy in there. Not too bad, huh, Duff? Are those some worms in there? Oh yeah, that's some pretty heavy debris down in there, but not too thick. And there's that oil pump pickup like I was talking about that runs out and over to the oil pump. Yeah. Nothing too crazy. If it didn't have such a deep ring ridge, I'd probably throw some bearings and rings in it and throw her back together. but we won't. This is fun. Let's keep ripping her apart. Got the Y-block all apart. I guess no surprises, other than I did determine that it had been gone through. I went to go mark the rod caps and the rods. Kind of slipped my mind right away till I started getting going, but then I remembered. And I looked really close, and they actually are marked. So she's been apart before. I had to get a little wild getting that one over there. Never mind that. Come here. But yeah, you could see the gold color on that bearing. This is actually one of the better ones. Some of them were just completely gold, all wiped out. So she's got some miles on the overhaul. And if you look real close here, I don't know if I can show you or not. I'll pick that up. But anyway, it says 010 US. That means she's 10 over. So the crank has been ground. So these are replacement bearings. So she's been gone through once already. So the crank, you could go 20 over if you needed to. But this thing's going in the scrap pile. Try to recoup a couple bucks on eBay. You can see the marks when I started cleaning up the rods. You can see I started marking them there, and they actually had some marks, so there's 2 marks on there. You always want to do that so you keep them lined up. You mark them on one side, both the cap and the rod, that way you know which way the cap goes. You don't want to get them mixed up. Same thing with the main caps. I think that pretty much wraps her up for this thing. Crank isn't worth saving, block isn't worth saving. She's going in the dumpster. Hepatitis, see you later. Thanks for trying to burn my shop down, Y-block. So there you have it. Thanks for joining in on another Mortske learning experience. That's what we're calling them from now on. Learning experiences. If I learn from all my mistakes, I should be one smart SOB. Don't you think there, Duff? Yeah. Alright, on to the next one. Freaking Y-blocks. Why would anybody want one? Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos. Thanks for getting us 25,000 subscribers. Good luck. Hopefully you all win. Just kidding. I'm only giving out 1. Maybe we'll give out 2 or 3. Or 5 or 9. How many sandwiches have I had? Remember, doesn't matter how you get it done, as long as you're having fun. What did we get done? We made a mess. We got ourselves an education, Duff.